Hi and welcome. My name is Gerald. I'm very honored to be here amongst all these nice people. Thanks for having me. Small intro about me. I'm from Austria. I'm 24 years old. I usually work within concept art direction, design, and everything in between. And yeah, I've studied started studying in Vienna, and I'm currently on exchange in Copenhagen in Denmark. And the question I wanted to ask you guys today, have you read the news today? Because I usually read them and I usually read too much and I get a little bit overwhelmed, but I also stumble across quite interesting things. For example, I read this like 1.5 years ago. It was about the Epstein case, about the illegal, like lots of shitty stuff going on there. And I was very intrigued that kind of he was still referred to as a businessman, even though he was already convicted for illegal prostitution and probably also like worse stuff. And I couldn't help but wonder, how would women be referred to as in a similar situation? Because I thought it wouldn't probably be the same. Because referring to someone as a criminal versus a businessman is quite of a difference. And I also thought the reporting is probably not the like deepest problem, because there are more layers to that. For example, the language we use and ultimately also the culture we live in. And this is kind of very dependent on each other. And it's like the words we use and the language we speak usually also determines our actions and vice versa. And I also thought sexism is so omnipresent in our culture and society, especially in the Western world, that it has almost become invisible in a way. And so I tried to change that, and I searched for a lot of different articles where this thing somehow came clear that maybe women and women and men are treated very differently, obviously, but not fairly. And this is one of my favorite bad headlines, that male footballers should earn more than women. And when you read it the other way around, it is quite weird, because usually we're only talking about the gender pay gap for women, but what if the other way around? And so I put it all into a newspaper, kind of dropped all the imagery and only kind of let the words speak for themselves, and put these out into the world. Went for some like very bold typography and to make it really about the language, but also the culture behind, and kind of trying to raise questions like, why is there no female pope, and many different stuff. Why is there even, I had to sometimes make up words that didn't exist before or hardly exist, like misandry as for misogyny, for example. And I got quite also interesting feedback and like very good feedback from people I showed it to, and I hope it helps to raise awareness for all the differences. And I think gender equality is really about everyone, because if, as Emma Watson said, for example, if only the half is invited, it's a bit as men we should also think, at least as I think, kind of be on the forefront and work towards equality and fairness. And especially nowadays, when we talk about like the climate crisis, for example, where women are also disproportionately affected while men are mostly responsible, raising awareness is more important than ever before. And I'm really happy to have all these skills. That's just like you folks have, and we can use them for making people question behaviors themselves, the language, and hopefully one step into maybe a little brighter future. And also I want to thank Chiara, Julie, and Michael for helping me along the project, and all of you for listening to me. And yes, thanks for having me again.